Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to read you the story called Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis by Dave Pilkey. All my dental hygiene friends will like this book. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Thank you for the problem. They're all plugging their noses. Dog breath. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. You know it's bad when a skunk is walking the other side because we know how bad skunks smell. But the real problem started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea. And Hallie jumped up to say hello. I think you can only imagine. It's not good. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Poor Hallie. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. Free dog to a good home. Oh, everyone's crying. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. Yeah, I think I understand why they thought that. It sounds like a really good idea. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. Okay, that's another good idea. Look how they're brainstorming. They're trying to figure it out. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. Oh, that's another good idea. They're trying to save poor Hallie. What do you think? Do you think that worked, the roller coaster? Let's see, there's a picture. It doesn't look too good. But that idea stunk too. I'm thinking maybe Hallie should have rode on the last car on the roller coaster. Were you thinking that too? The plan to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was on the horizon. Look closely at the picture. There's a little foreshadowing. Foreshadowing means that it's kind of showing you what's happening in the future of the story. See if you can picture. The picture, see if you can see that foreshadowing. Look really close. Did you see it? Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Halitosis. Yikes, whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Oh, don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. That dog could hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie, Poochie, whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. next morning, the Tosa's family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosa's family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Haley Tosa's was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosa's changed their minds about finding a new home for Haley. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. This home protected by dog breath. Because life without Haley Tosa's just wouldn't make any sense. Love that story. Now, what would you think of doing if your dog had bad breath? What would you try to do? I think the kids were ingenious in their ideas. They were trying to figure out a way to solve their problem, which is awesome. But we all know what the idea for getting rid of dog breath. Get those biscuits to chew, get up that plaque in your dog, and for people, brush your teeth. Don't forget to brush your teeth, all right? Put a little dental hygiene in there. Get your teeth brushed. All right, guys. See you later. Have a good night.